Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone is having a great afternoon, evening, depending on where you are at. Hope you also had a great day streaming. I'm streaming a great day trading today. I'm trying to hit my streaming button. There we go. So I want to do a Tuesday recap, go over a few things, explain how important it is to follow your rules, which I failed today, and it cost me $570, which, you know, we lose, we're going to lose daily. We're going to lose when we trade. That's just part of trading. There's never, you're not ever going to have days that you don't lose. Um, Reducing your risk is the key. And I'll go over that with you as well as far as the way that this trading strategy goes. I am waiting for a second. I got to get this as far as the way that this trading strategy. There we go. All right, all right. Okay, so my first trade of the day was Meta, and it looked it was setting up to be a pretty decent looking trade. If I had taken profit when I said I was going to take profit, I would have had a a much better day. I would have had an over $2,000 trading day today. So what what I did, I was watching I was watching Meta right out of the gates, and I decided to get in, and told everyone I was going to have a short leash. We had some news. It didn't really do a whole lot with the market today, but sometimes days with news, pre-market news, it just kind of messes up the day. And this looked like a great setup. One of the things that's very important, I think, people have asked me several times, and I believe now the more I look at it, you really want to have the 200 and the 20 EMA. Both of these are my EMAs. You don't have to have it, but I find that you get really great moves when they're closer together at pre-market, right as day starts. So just something to look into, see if, um, if you see that, then you could possibly look to take trades right away for an explosive, breakout move. So when the day opened, I saw this come down and it wicked into the 20 and then started pushing back up above the the LRC, the midline. When that happened, I got in and I told everyone I got in pretty decent, and my goal was to get out. I told them I was going to scale out at the LRC. Well, interestingly enough, I did not do that. I got in. I even came down and added when this candle, I think it was this candle here, the second or the third candle, it came down and it wicked back up. And as it was wicking, or it moved back up, price moved back up, I added to my position. It did close below, but that didn't bother me. I was still above the 20. I had what I wanted. It went here, came back down. I did not take any. I think I took two off on this move. That's all I took off. So I locked away a small amount of profit, nothing major. I think it was like $150 that I locked away on this push with two contracts. Came down, came right up to my LRC. I mean, right on the money. Here lately, I have been taking profit, or at least scaling out all but one. I didn't. I left it. I was getting greedy, I guess. I was at like $600 or $700 right here when this touched. And I was expecting a continuation move to the upside. Unfortunately, my expectations failed. So I didn't get out any here. I waited for this. And then since I had this candle, um, my rule is, two closes below. Well, then I got this huge move down. and I got out whenever I did a market order, got out. So I ended up losing right here $570. Oh wait, that's on the wrong one. Oh, I'm showing something totally different. I ended up losing. Now I lost more than 74 on this. Oh, maybe I did only lose 74. I cleaned this up. I may have deleted one. I think I'm pretty sure I lost more than 74. But anyway, regardless, I lost on this trade. I may have got out sooner. I did lose on the trade. I should have taken profit all but like one or all but two right here. I was in, I believe, 10 contracts at this time, which was pretty heavy. That was pretty heavy for me. That's why it was if it broke over this, I was going to be in the thousands of profit pretty quick. But I was already at like almost 700 right at the top of this. So anyhow, that was my first trade. It was a losing trade. Maybe I did get it at 74. I was confusing it with an SPX trade. Um, but then my next trade was really good. It made up for, my stupid move there. I should have scaled out locked in profit, but I didn't. Um, that's a battle that I battle. I think I battle myself because it's one of those you're darned if you do and darned if you don't, right? So when I hold, I end up losing. When I don't hold, it ends up going, and I wish I had held. And so it's funny. Sometimes I feel like if I had just held, I'd make so much more. But and then the times that I decide to hold, that's when I don't. So anyhow, I did get in a Tesla put, and let me see what time I got in that. I got in it pretty quick. I got in 6 at 9:31, so literally right here. So I got into this while I was still dealing with the meta. Um, so I got into Tesla at 9:31, and I bought 6 contracts. Um, so I got in on this candle. Whoops, get rid of that. I got in on that candle right here on this drop right here. Um, I got in there. I held. I added. Um, oh, actually, what's funny is I got in. I actually sold two right here. So I got in on 6 at this move. I sold two here, um, which was literally 30 seconds. I sold two. I then bought two more at 9:32, which would have been right here. When this came and wicked back down, I bought two more right on this candle right there. And that's what I do a lot of now. When I come up and retest the 20 and the LRCs, I add back in when I see it selling back into it. And so then I was in at that point I was in yeah, and then I bought two more. I did sell. Oh, I sold early here. I would have made way more than $1,500 on this too, guys. So so I had eight. I ended up selling eight at 9:32. 9:32. So I think this move, no, it couldn't have been 9:32. I'm on the wrong one. So I think, oh, I sold all right here. I got this retest. So I was out of my position at that point. And then I bought two more Teslas. I'm looking at my market. Okay, yeah, I bought two more Teslas on this push down right here. And I got out of my last two. Oh no, I bought a lot more. Okay, so that's interesting. I bought two Teslas, and then I bought eight more I bought eight more puts right here. When we dropped below this long LRC, I decided to add eight more. And I rode this down. I ended up selling on this huge push, all but, I'm looking at all my cells. Two, I sold all but one down to this long LRC. That's another long LRC that I had up on the screen today. So
200 EMA
I
concept.
very much respect these now. I am totally I use the long LRC along with the Anchored LRC, and I found them to be extremely important. As you noticed, now this came down, it consolidated a little bit, came back, retested it, and pushed down, right? This is the lower LRC. Look what happened there. Boom, back up off of it. Where did it test? The long LRC again, came up, stuttered on the LRC, came back up where? The long LRC again, came back down, came back down. This is like the long LRC and the intraday LRC. Where did it come down to? Long LRC, long LRC. It's extremely important, guys. This is so good and has been so beneficial, even though I don't know if I'm overdoing it now, but I know that uh, I am using this with my trading strategy with every stock that I have. Every stock that I trade, I will go in and put in a long LRC. And if you don't know what that is or how to set it up, just go check out my other video. It's in the it's in my video files or my channel, and it's called the LLRC, for long LRC. Um, so anyhow, it was a fantastic trade. I called this all the way down. I think I got out everything on this move. Down to this long LRC. So that was a good move. Then I did a couple little scalps, some SPXs. I got a $80 scalp. I did lose 78 on TSM. Let me see when I did that because I want to show you guys where I lose, how it looks when I lose, so that you can see, what I'm seeing. Um, Sometimes I'm not actually. I'd have to say most of the time when I lose, it really isn't because of I'm not following the LRC strategy. That's what I'm finding out. I get a little bit emboldened, or I start trading like stupidly, and I trade things that I shouldn't be trading, just on. I've gotten pretty decent at pullbacks, but pullbacks are not as your statistics uh, um, for have it for being right is not as good on pullbacks as it is you trading the LRC strategy. Not even by a it's not even close. So TSM, I got in at 10:22. Let's see if that was a smart time. Okay, so here's the interesting thing. Yep, I did not. I really, I remember what happened here. This actually wasn't a bad trade. It just didn't work, and that's what happens sometimes. And the great thing is having your rules helps you to minimize your loss. Look, I only lost $78. Some people that may be a lot. It depends on your account, but that's not that much when you're trading options, right? So what what I did is I was already in other trades and stuff at this time. I missed this one right here, which would have been the one to get. Um, so this was the trade, 100%. Because check out what happens here. This is what you look for, okay? You have price comes down, goes up, wicks, pushes back down, still above the 200, right? You come way down below the 200. You come back up and retest. What are you retesting? The LRC, right inside the 200 and the 20, pushes right back down. This is your entry right here. When this big red candle crosses below that green candle, you get in on that. And guess where your out is? Right here. If you come back up and close above here, you get out. You take a very, very, very small loss. I did not get that, unfortunately. That was a fantastic move. I think a couple guys got that in the group today we were trading with. We had a new guy come in today. welcome and thank you for your support. And I'm glad that you're with us. He was in and out. Man, he came in, he made his $600. He's like, man, I made $600. I'm out. And that's what it's about. Get in, get out. He was done for the day. I think by like I think he was gone before 11. I believe it was like maybe 10:30. But that to me is that's exactly what we all want, right? We all want to we don't want to be sitting in front of the computer the entire day trading. The goal is to come in, get in, make your profit, and move on and spend the rest of the day with your family, help somebody that needs help, do something that's that's good. Go work out, um, create something, do something good. So anyway, I got in right here on this candle, and I I could have got out. I think I was up like 180 or $190 right here on this push down. I ended up only taking I think one off right here, which honestly, if you look at this was not a bad trade. I stuck to my rules. The reason I'm saying this was not a bad trade is okay, we're in a downtrend. We had a pullback. Okay, we have this pullback with this wacky way up candle, right? And then it gets sold all the way back down and gets pushed right back into closing below the 20 EMA. That's my entry. Boom, right there. All day, every day, all the time, right? You're coming down. The only thing I probably didn't pay attention to is this huge blast up. Probably should have been on my radar, right? Like that should have been, hey dummy, there's some serious buyers here. I don't know if they're going to overtake that. However, it did get pushed right back down with almost as big, if not bigger, candle. It's not full bodied. So that makes it even stronger, right? Stronger sales or sellers pushing it down. Then you have, well, I guess that's not true. It's still as big of a candle, but I think I took one off on this candle that I got in on. That was it. Um, I held and I got out right here. That's where I'm supposed to get out. And I ended up losing $78. So I did my job right here. My rule is two closes, consecutive closes above or below the 20 EMA. So if you're in a downtrend, if you're in puts, then you want to have so I called that wrong. I'm looking at the red ones. This is where I got out. So you want to have two consecutive closes. This does not count because it didn't close. It went over the 20, but it closed here, right? And this one had two consecutive. It closed here and it closed there, and that's where I ended up getting out for a $78 loss. So I did that right, and I'm happy to lose $78 all the time in options as long as I'm getting my my bigger moves. I didn't get a last few days I've had
200
twos
EMA
and threes
crossover.
and 400s along with my, you know, 8 800, 1200, but not today. It was just kind of an odd day for me. I don't know what it was, but I made right around $800, maybe a little more than 800 today. Um, and then the SPXs, those were just quick scalps. Those were not based off of anything. I will show you though that if you like trading SPX, this is the best SPX trading system I've ever used. Speaking for myself, I've done a lot of I've had just nothing, I mean, like full blown SPX trading systems and and all of them have been horrible. I do good one minute and then I lose my arse the next. So um, this one is the most consistent and probably the best way to trade this is following the LRC and your 20 and 200. And I can show you a couple areas. Of course, this is hindsight. This is after everything's already happened, so it's easy to see. But during the market, I think that's what I really like about this strategy is check out what happened here. And I believe I did get in one of these. Um, I can't remember which one I got into, uh, but I ended up losing 570 on one, and I need to find out when that was so I can show you. Bear with me 1 second. I gotta pull up my time. There was my SPX loss. They were puts. No, they were calls. Calls. Here they are. Okay. So at 10:42, 10:43. I'll go ahead and mark that so we can look at it. 10:42. Yeah, it looks like I did not do this in a smart way. I tried to catch something that was running. So it's kind of good when I go over this, right? I can see where I make my mistakes. I was in profit on this, but I just didn't I didn't get out quick enough. But so I got in on this candle right here, which actually wasn't bad. No, I take that back. It wasn't bad. So we came down. One thing I look for, and it's amazing, is it consolidated right here, right? Consolidated right on this 200, and then boom, pushes up against the 20, up above the 20, consolidated some more. Then you have this big move up. I got in on this candle closed over my LRC, so I got in actually right there at that point when it crossed over the close. Okay. So got in right here on this candle. I was in profit pretty good right here. I held, it went up. Guess what I didn't do? I didn't take profit. I did not take profit because I was getting greedy and wanting to get a runner. It came all the way back down. I ended up taking, I ended up, this is where it gets bad because I did not follow my rule. If I had followed my rule, I would not have had this $570 loss. And here's why. However, sometimes you just don't want to risk too much. When this candle went down, you don't know that it isn't going to just keep going, right? So I'm already down 500 and something dollars right here. If I didn't get out and it kept going, then I would have been down probably over $1,000. So hindsight, we can see it worked out. But when you're in the middle of trading, guys, you don't know what is going to happen. The only thing you can do is have a rule set and stick to it. Well, I did not stick to my rule set here because my rule is, and the reason I didn't is because I already went down $570 on this candle push. So I think what it is, I was over leveraged, right? So because I wasn't willing to lose anymore, it kept me from following my rules. I hope that makes sense, right? If you have too much risk and you're afraid to lose that money and it causes you to not trade your plan or your trade the proper way by your rules, then you are over leveraged. And I was over leveraged. I had too many contracts on an SPX trade that literally went up and came down to here, and I was already down $570. So the way I normally trade this and how I should have traded this is waited for a close and then waited to see if I get a second close below my 20 EMA. And guess what? I didn't. Look what happened after this. I would have been up probably 1,000 or more dollars. Easy. I had no, well, I probably would have taken a couple off here and then let one run. Maybe I may have got out. But I do want you to pay attention to this as well. Take a look at how good this LRC works, guys. It is absolutely incredible. It really is. I will continue to say this. I will continue to keep saying it because it's working. It is the best strategy by far I've ever used. I've already got rid of all my other strategies, my indicators. There's no reason to have them. This is it. It's it for me. And I don't see it not working. It's been working now for so many weeks, and I've profited for so many weeks. It's truly it's truly incredible. So hopefully you guys you've learned something from this. Hopefully you found this entertaining somewhat, or got some information out of it. I would like to, if you're interested, come to our Discord and check it out. We're building a really good community, and I want to have a group that that is serious about trading, serious about follow having a strategy. It doesn't have to be exact same strategy as mine or rules as mine. Not at all. I think there's room for improvement for everybody, especially me. So um, if you're interested, I will have the link in the description. You can come in. We have a free section and we have a paid membership section in our Discord. The membership section comes with I give out levels, all of the support and resistance levels for all the stocks that we're trading. I pretty much we call out different stocks that are of interest that we're looking at that may be moving, news, and I also call out my trades live. So you'll be able to I'll tell you when I'm getting in, I'll tell you when I'm adding, and I'll tell you when I'm exiting. Or at least I try to always say. Sometimes I think I get out when I'm busy looking at other stuff, and I forget to tell the group, "Hey, I'm exiting the trade." I do let people know, when I do, but I know that I believe I've done that a couple of times where I was like, "Oops, oh, by the way, guys, I got out." Um, so anyhow, hopefully you like this video. Hopefully you've learned something from it, and if not, or if you have questions, ask, and I will be more than happy to answer them. You can leave them in the comments, or you can come in the Discord and just DM me. Make sure you're specific because we're having a lot of scammers um, that are, coming into the Discord, and uh, they're trying to scam the members in there. So if you have any questions, just make sure you put out a pretty specific question. That way I'll know it's a legit, and I can help you out. I will not sell you anything. I will not offer you anything. I will not accept your friend request. I will not send you a friend request. I will not send anybody a DM. I will answer the DMs. And the reason I do that is because I don't want someone to get scammed. I do not sell Bitcoin. I do not sell training courses, none of that. All I'm doing is trading this simple strategy that's working each and every day. So I hope you guys did well today. Hope you had a great day trading. I had a decent day. I would like to have erased that 570. That was really a boneheaded move by me, but that's part of trading. I think each and every day I have those type of issues and mistakes, but I think that that's we always have room for improvement. And so anyhow, I hope once again, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys did well, and I hope to see you on the next video.